Hey, give me a couple hearts or waves or say hey if you can hear me. I just want to make sure that all the tech pieces are working. Welcome to the Q&A about CBA. So I'm just going to get started because I know a lot of people are going to be checking in with us via replay. So I'm going to start talking and wait for folks to come on. So welcome to my video studio. Some of you who watch on Instagram got to see the remake of this room. I know I'm spoilt. You do not need to have a specific video and photography room in order to take great photos. There are many people on Instagram who are proof of that. I just love having a separate space. So anyway, this is my video and photography studio. My daytime lives will be coming from this room because the baby is sleeping and I don't want to wake him up talking from the other room. So, CBA, what is it? Why should you join? Who am I anyway? And what will you learn? So that's kind of what I'd like to cover. I don't have any notes written down. I just wanted to kind of share from my heart and from my experience and my hopes for you as a business owner. So welcome to those who have joined. So Crochet Business Academy, Crochetpreneur Business Academy. So basically it's a separate platform, and I'm going to be making a video later today that I can share inside this group so you guys can see kind of a walkthrough tutorial of what that looks like. But it is a separate platform for the learning modules where you'll get a login password and you can sign on, and it's all self-paced. So just basically as you have time or as you have a need in your business, you can log on and go through some of the courses that will walk you through whatever it is that you're working on in the moment. It has a startup module, which anybody, whether you have an established business or not, that you go through that because it kind of lays the foundation of what a CBA student's business might look like. And so that entails my philosophy of a values-based, customer-centric business. So it's basically a business that's built off of who you are as a person. It fits in with your personality, your life, and your goals, and what you believe is important and what makes you who you are. So we walk you through basically kind of understanding who you are as a person and who you are as a business owner, and develop a business value statement around that. From there, we then walk through your customer avatar. So discovering who is your target customer and how do they connect with you as a person, because you need to have a target customer who you enjoy working with. Otherwise, your business is not going to be very fun. So once we figure out who your target customer is, and even if you feel like you already know, it's great to walk through those lessons to really get a detailed view of who that is so that you can then start working on your product line. So often businesses start with the product line first and forget to ask the question, does my customer want this? Does my customer need this? Like, why would she buy it in the first place? So when we work from the proper perspective of who is it that I'm selling to in the first place, and what does she need, and how can I provide products that speak to her, then we get going in the right direction. So the first startup module within the Business Academy will walk you through all of those questions to get you set up with a really firm foundation for your business. From there, we'll have modules on sales, so both in-person sales and online sales, setting up your Etsy shop, if you're selling patterns, like how to do that on Ravelry, how to set up a Shopify shop that's not set up yet. So those lessons are not built out yet, but they're in the works. How to set up a Shopify shop, how to set up your own website if that's what you want to do. So after the sales module is the design module. So inside there is the whole pattern writing email challenge, and then we'll add more content on as people request. People have questions, or they're saying like, hey, I don't understand how you do this when you're writing a pattern, or things like that. Then more lessons will be added to those modules. And you don't have to take the modules in order. So basically, if you're at the point where you're like, well, I want to start a blog. That's like the next best thing for my business is to start a blog. So, okay, so then you go to the blogging module and you check and see, are my questions answered here? Or is there something else I need in order to make the next move for my business? If it's not in there, then you just pop over to our Facebook group, ask the question, and there will be people there who can help. And it will then end up on my task list to then create a lesson to answer your question so that it remains available to future students. So basically the content is getting built out over time based on the needs and the requests of the membership. So there's that piece. So there's that platform piece. The other piece is the Facebook group. So the group is run obviously on Facebook, and we'll be doing lives. I'll check in whenever there's a question asked. I'll do my best to answer it right away. Maybe create a video so that we can connect kind of face to face and say, hey, you know, I hear you're struggling today. What is it? How can I help you? Those kind of things, which I think is really valuable. To have that kind of face-to-face connection. I just read an article today about how people who work from home are really struggling with anxiety and loneliness. And so that community is there for several reasons. And one of those is to help you to feel connected so that you don't feel so alone in your business. So that's part of it. Other parts of it are so that we can arrange collaborations with one another, so that we can set up some programs for all of us to kind of work together to promote and celebrate and work on some projects that get the word about all of the membership out there to a wider audience. So the community piece is really big, and basically what I found in the beta testing is that the people who are most involved in the community are the ones who are making the most progress in their business. So, you know, if the question is CBA right for me, you need to ask yourself, are you the kind of person who is willing to engage with the community? If you're in it to kind of go it alone and learn what you need to learn and get out, I don't know if it's going to be the best fit for you, because the community piece is really important. And to have you part of the group but not in the community, it hurts the entire community. So I think it's really important to ask yourself how you feel about that. Are you willing to pop in? Are you willing to turn on your notifications and either answer or encourage or support other people in the community? And are you willing to come to the community when you have questions, or when you're stuck, or when you're having a bad day and you're like, you guys, I'm just, you know, feeling discouraged, or I'm excited and you want to celebrate, and to bring all of those pieces of your business to the group so that the group can be in it with you. It's an important piece. So, and then the last piece, well, another piece is the Q&As. So this right here is a Q&A, but it's different than our normal. Within the Business Academy, our Q&As are held on Zoom. So everyone gets to log in, and it's a video conference, and we all get to see each other face to face and engage and hear what's going on. And it's a really great way to connect with one another. So there's that Q&A. There's also expert Q&As, which many will be run the same way, where everyone gets to log in on a video. We'll be with an expert in the industry. It could be a designer. It could be coming up, we have a lawyer who's going to talk about how to start your business and select the legal entity for your business that works best for you. So whether you're a sole proprietor, an LLC, a corporation, all of those things, how to determine what will work best for you. So she's going to come talk to us next week, I believe. It's on the calendar. And then in June, we have a graphic artist coming, and she's going to talk to us about building a cohesive brand and creating graphics that make your brand recognizable, and how to make graphics for Pinterest and for different products. So that's Kara Fid, and that will be really exciting. So I'm glad to have her. Other experts in the works are Marie Segaris from Underground Crafter. She's going to come talk to us about Ravelry, because as many of you know, Ravelry has been around for quite some time, and those of us who are newer, like I've been here 5 years doing this, I still haven't figured out how to use Ravelry to the best of its capabilities. So Marie kind of has that knowledge, so she's going to come share that with us. Also, I have a brand rep from Annie's Catalog and from Marie Maxim. And so from Annie's is Lee Sartori from Coco Crochet Lee. She's going to come talk to us about what brands are looking for, what sponsors want, those kind of things. And so to be able to interact with those experts face to face, I think is really great value for the people in the community to ask questions and to ask specific questions about, you know, this is what my business looks like. How can I best approach sponsorships or even just yarn support with some of these bigger brands? So they'll be there to answer those kind of questions. And then finally, the other kind of video conferencing piece that we have is the hot seats. So hot seats are basically therapy for your business. So as y'all know, I have a private practice counseling practice. So I counsel women who are struggling with low self-esteem or sexual trauma or relationship issues. And I really have a heart for helping people get past those stuck places. And so the hot seats are where I really feel like I get to really dig in deep with your business with one person, or we can do a couple people in one call. And we say, okay, where are you stuck? What are you working on? What's your next best step? And the whole group gets to kind of take a look at your business and say, you know, maybe your photography needs to be improved, or maybe different ways that you could work on your copywriting, or just to say like what's going on with your heart and how can we be supportive of you through the process with your business. So those are different things that are going on inside the Business Academy. So basically that's an overview, and I will, again, I'm going to do a tutorial later in a separate video of what the platform looks like and how you navigate the platform and find lessons and things. So now the floor is open. Do you guys have any questions about whether you feel it'd be a good fit for you, or you know, if there's something you're specifically looking for, I can let you know if that's available in the Business Academy, all of that. So who's here and who has a question? Can you kind of raise your hand, let me know you're here, and tell me, what's one thing you can tell me? Tell me where you're tuning in from today. So where are you at? I am in Colorado Springs. It's supposed to rain today. So we haven't had rain, I don't know, since I've been here, like the last couple of weeks. We've had snow, but we haven't really had rain. So that will be interesting. to have some rain. I think if the baby cooperates, I'm going to snuggle in with a project. If I can get my Crojo back. You guys, did you see on Instagram yesterday that I'm really struggling with Crojo? My Crojo is gone. I'm trying to decide, like, here's my Tunisian hook. If I want to try a Tunisian project, if I want to try a really small project, I'm not really sure. I really feel like maybe I just need to get some yarn and a hook out and see what happens. Somebody recommended on Instagram that I just make a bunch of granny squares because you don't have to think too much about that and you can just go. So, all right, who's here? Monica, I see that you joined. Hello. We are chit-chatting and waiting for questions, but we have lurkers who don't want to ask me a question. Yay, Angie, hi. Okay, so Angie asked, do you think it would be a good fit for someone who is already established and has done a deep dive into a lot of topics, but wants to take her business to the next level? So I really feel like even going through that startup, the startup module could be really good for you just to ask yourself some questions about your business that maybe you hadn't asked before. I know you have a really kind of targeted audience who would be dog lovers. But I think probably the most important thing for you there would be to say, like, this is what I'm working on. What do you think I need to work on next? And then I can help you kind of walk through that. And also the community aspect of it, of kind of getting ideas from the group. And so with it being a month-to-month membership, if you join and you find that it's probably not going to be helpful for you, you can always cancel. No risk. There's no, like, it's not going to auto renew your membership or anything. But what I might do, Angie, I'm going to send you a direct message after this so we can kind of talk more specifically about what you might need. Because I would hate for you to join and then find, like, yeah, I know all that stuff. So I'll send you a DM when we're off and we can chit chat a little bit more. Okay. You love that I know who you are. Of course I know. You've been in this group for a long time. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Monica. So Jennifer's been in the group since beta testing started, so she can answer some questions too. Right now we're at about 50 people in the group, so I'm excited about that. I think that's going to make for a really great kind of, what's it called? Mind hive, like a lot of different perspectives and a lot of different ideas and businesses from a lot of different levels. So I think that would be really great. Does anybody else have any questions? I know there's a lag, so I don't want to miss anything, but it's so hard to sit here and just chit chat with myself, but I feel like I'm going to get better at it. Yeah. What else can I share with you? So maybe some of you didn't know exactly kind of how the membership works. Some people had said that they couldn't find how much it cost. So on the sales page, there are a couple places where it says, but it's not like big bold letters. But the cost is $25 per month. So I really feel like for that $25, even just the community piece of it is gonna, you're gonna get your money's worth because, so for me, I don't know if you guys are like this, but for me, whenever I'm kind of taking a look at purchasing something or investing in my business, I ask myself, so what would I need to do to make that money back? So for $25 a month, that's basically a basic hat sale. So a basic hat is $25. So I'd have to sell one hat in order to make that $25, right? So if I can't help you sell one more hat per month, then I'm not doing my job, right? Because my job is to help you make more money. So one hat, 5 pattern sales. My job is to help you figure out how to make products that your people want to buy so that you make more sales, and design patterns that people are looking for so you make more sales. And then also how to market those things so that more people see you and you make more sales. So while I don't always want to say that the money piece is the determining factor of your success, because I really feel like the value of helping people is the success of your business. But the money piece basically is how you pay your bills, right? So they kind of go hand in hand. So I don't like to overemphasize the money piece too much, except that we all have to pay our bills. So one hat sale, 5 pattern sales, and maybe that won't happen next month, and maybe it won't happen the month after that, because we are in summertime, right? But we are setting you up so that when our season hits, or when time for your product, now Angie, your products could be year-round products, because everyone needs a coffee cozy, and everyone needs a dog coffee cozy, please. So that's kind of a year-round. You have more of a year-round business, but most crochet sellers are set up right now to be mostly cold weather business owners. So we're trying to get you set up so that when the season starts, not only do you have a foundation, but you have a product line, you have a following, you have an email list, so that you can connect with your customers and say, oh my gosh, I have this new design out. You have to check it out. So to get all those pieces in place now, so that when busy season happens, you are prepared and ready for your business to take off. So I don't know if you have seen some of those testimonies that I shared either in the email yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Shared the testimony in the emails from some people who said, like, my craft fairs, like Jackie has told us that her craft fairs were incredible last year, based on the way she changed up the way she runs her craft fairs, and especially the way she prices her products. Raising her prices, she sold out of product. So, and the same with Sonia, where she made $4,000 in craft fairs last year. That's what I want for you. I don't want you to have another year where you go to a craft fair and you sit at your booth and people walk by and they look at your table and they're like, eh, or they're like, I can make that, which is the worst. I want them to walk by your booth and say, like, wow, this is quality product. And oh my gosh, I love this brand, or I really need that. And they bring their friends and they tell their friends about you, and then everybody buys, and then you run out of product. And I don't necessarily want you to run out of product, because sometimes that doesn't feel so good, knowing that you could have made sales but you didn't have product made. But I really want, if you do craft fairs, I want you to be the busiest booth at the fair. I want people to come into the craft fair and look for your sign, because they know that you're going to have awesome products that meet their needs. So that's part of this process that we're walking through in the Business Academy. So basically we're creating lessons for different tracks of your business. So there's the sales track that includes in-person sales. So that would be craft fairs, it would be consignment, and it would be wholesale. So we'll talk about all 3 of those. Again, not all of these lessons are written right now. They're all there. Some of these are in process, but if you ask a question in the group, your question will get answered. So that's one track, that sales track. Then there's and the online sales track as well. So building an Etsy shop, I'm going to try and find an expert to come in to talk about the Amazon Marketplace, because I don't sell on Amazon Marketplace, so I don't know a lot about that, but I'm going to get someone who come in and talk to you guys about that if you have an interest in that. So online and in-person sales. Then we have the designing track, which is about how to write, how to design and write and kind of figure out what designs people are looking for, how to work with yarn companies to get yarn support, those kinds of things. So that's the design track. So there's the sales track, the design track, and then there's the blogging track. So the blogging track starts off with how to start a blog, right? And that can kind of be the hardest part about blogging, is just getting started, because there's so many tech things and so many things to learn. And so I'm going to dedicate a month here in the summertime to really walking you through how to start, how to pick a theme, how to customize your theme, and get going with your blog. And then we talk about editorial calendars and your email list and affiliate marketing and all of those things that you need to kind of diversify the income from your crochet business, whether you're a product seller or a designer or both. So as I shared before, I'm doing kind of all three of those tracks myself, because I want to be able to tell you, like, this is what I'm doing and this is what's working, or like, hey, this is not working for me. And, you know, different businesses are going to have different things that are working, but to share with you what's working for me and what might work for you. And then again, that kind of mind hive of like what other people can share, what's working for them as well. So that's my plan. That's what we're doing. You guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited because a bunch of people who signed up for the Crochetpreneur Business Academy are people that I had never heard of before. So I had never seen their names. I didn't know their businesses. And so I feel like a whole new world is opening up of networking opportunities for everybody, businesses that we can connect with, people we can connect with, people we can learn from. And I really feel like long-term friendships are going to be formed, long-term collaborations are going to be formed. And I'm really excited to be a part of that and to see kind of where that goes, which personalities really mesh together, and which people kind of really take what they've learned and do something with it. So the pillars of Crochetpreneur Business Academy are knowledge, community, and action. So the knowledge comes from the lessons that I'm providing and the kind of collective wisdom of the group. So coming from kind of both places. The community comes from the community. So it's the community within the academy, and then the extended community of the experts that will come in and share with us as well. So that piece, seriously, you guys, super, super, super important. Get engaged, talk to people, really important. And then the last piece is probably the most important, because you can have all the knowledge and you can have all the connection, but without doing something with all of that, you're not going to make the progress that you want to make. So action. And we're going to have some goal setting times, some goal accountability time, which I know that if you join the academy, you're the kind of person who is already kind of motivated for success. But sometimes you need someone to just check in and say, hey, remember you said that you were going to set up your email list this week? How's that going? Did you get an opt-in up? How many people are signing up? How can I help you? You know, so taking action. And so the group can kind of hold you accountable, but you can also come into the group and say, you guys, I have this goal that I'm working towards. I'd love your opinions. I would love your encouragement. I'd love a kick in the butt if I need it. So, and it's exciting to see other people take action, because it's kind of a community momentum that happens. When one person starts to see success, everybody starts to see success. So anyway, That's Crochetpreneur Business Academy. I'm excited. So I don't see any other questions, and I have rambled on, and I hope I answered any questions that you might have. If you think of something later tonight as you're going to bed and something rolls in your head and you're thinking, it seems like it's right for me, but I need to ask this one question, go ahead and send me a private message. Or if you're ready to buy and you just don't want to click over to that sales page and you don't want to deal with it and you just want a checkout link, send me a private message. I'll send you a checkout link. Get it done so that you can get learning. Okay? So, you guys, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this community goes. Also, a couple of last bits of things that just popped in my head. So as you know, this is the inaugural class. So I had the beta team for 3 months. The beta team worked on the academy, and now this is kind of opening up to the inaugural class. And so there are a couple of perks that come with that. So first is that anyone who signs up during this week is going to get my productivity planner that comes out June 1st. So it's a productivity planner specifically created for crochet business owners. So it's going to bring in all of those pieces of sales for in-person and online, sales for designers, designing pieces, launches, and then blogging, editorial calendars, all of that stuff, because there's a lot of moving pieces that you need to kind of keep in the air. So I'm creating this productivity planner specifically for crochet business owners. And that will be available June 1st. If you sign up for the Business Academy during this week, you will get that free. So I'll just send it to you probably June 2nd. So there's that. And then also you will get a badge to put on your blog or your Facebook or whatever sidebar that says inaugural class, Crochetpreneur Business Academy. And then eventually, as you work through some of the lessons, when I see that you're actually doing things and you're actually making progress, I will send you an affiliate link that you can add to that badge. So whenever somebody clicks on that badge over to the Academy, if they sign up as well, you will get a commission. So you will get $5 per month for the length of any member that signs up under you. As long as they're a member, you'll get $5 a month from their membership. So you can eventually pay for your own membership based on some affiliate marketing. And that's super passive affiliate marketing, to just put a badge on your blog and there you go. So those are kind of 2 perks for the inaugural class only, and they are there until Friday at midnight. This Friday at midnight, the inaugural class opening ends. So that's that. You guys, thank you so much for popping in. Again, if you have any questions, ask them here or send me a DM. I will be around most of the day. What is today? Wednesday. I have to go to the gym. I have the baby till 4:30, and Survivor's on tonight. Those are the only things that will take me away from my business. But other than that, I will be here to answer your questions. So, so let me know how I can help you. Okay? All right, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to go have some quiet time while the baby naps and maybe figure out what to make next. So, all right, take care. Thank you for stopping by.